Welcome. Today is the release of our new config and app 17, and as always we want to take a closer look what's new. With me is my colleague Lucas, so let's dive right in. The first thing you recognize as soon as you start the config, there is a whole new interface.
Yeah, you will notice it's not just colors and new icons, it's also the whole ribbon up in the top is completely built from scratch. We rebuilt it with better visibility of functions, of the status. We cleaned it up. It's much easier now. The needed functions are better grouped together and you will be much faster with it.
Yeah, so faster where you want to go through and everything at a glance in the new ribbon menu. What's new regarding function blocks? There are several function blocks new, and the first of them are regarding to the topic of climate.
Yeah, the climate has been further improved. Controls like the AC control have been better integrated into the intelligent room controller. For example, you can now control the fan speed directly from the intelligent room controller with a function block input or also in the UI. There are new function blocks for the fan coil without fresh air and fan coil with fresh air. So with the fresh air you also have a CO2 regulation, so you can control units like in a hotel room or like we have in our office.
And everything about that topic you will find in a separate video. We talk about that with our product manager from the climate area in detail. But regarding that topic, you mentioned it, CO2. We have something new with the cycle of tree devices.
Yeah, to control CO2 or other values, you have to have a current measurement value. So you need to get it in regular intervals. Therefore, you can now set the transmission cycle for those sensor values directly on the tree devices.
Another new function block we have in the config 17 is presence central. What's behind that?
Yeah, as you're used to with central blocks, it combines the function blocks. In this case, it combines all the presence function blocks, so you can see at first glance in the visualization where do I have presence in my house. Additionally, with the function block, you can have logics like when I'm away for more than 2 days, that the house activates the deep sleep mode, for example, to save energy.
Next to the new presence central is another function of trust. So trust is well known now for several years at LOXONE, but there was one point you tackled now.
Yeah, you can use, and you were always able to use trust to publish your users you have to your customer installations, so that you have the same login on all customer installations. The problem with it was that the customer could see your other customers. Therefore, we added the new function called private trust. You can enable this on the trust manager, and when this is enabled, the other trust managers only see the trust manager. So they will only see your mini server, which handles all the users.
Also new in the config 17, of course, are our new products, the Door Lock Air, the AC Control Air for Panasonic, and there is something new for the Wallbox Air, where we were waiting for a long time now.
Yeah, the Wallbox Air now has the tree interface unlocked, so you can connect, for example, the tree energy meter directly to the Wallbox Air.
There are always a lot of small things when we are updating our config. You might not notice at the first glance, but as soon as you need the function, you will then see, okay, they now solved this, they now solved that. And that's the same with the auto config and usability. There are some improvements. What's new here?
We did a lot of first installation setups and checked out how it is for the partner to set up a new house. For example, we did an improvement when you learn extensions, that you get an info that you need to save to the mini server, because we often forgot, hey, after learning a tree extension, I need to save to the mini server before I start learning tree devices.
That's it, mostly of the config part. Thank you, Lucas. And now we will take a closer look on the whole new LOXONE app 17 with my colleague Andreas. And there he is. Hello, Andreas. So we want to take a closer look into the LOXONE app, and if you start it, you see it at a glance. Whole new visualization also here.
Yeah, we have new colors all over the app, but not only colors, we also changed the layout. So we have now pills on the top where you can easily see system status or weather information. Also the cards have changed. And on the bottom, we have now a completely redesigned bottom navigation bar.
But next to the UI and UX improvements, there are also new functions regarding the central blocks. What's new here?
Yeah, I will show it on the automatic shading central block. So we have bigger buttons now, so that it's more accessible. You can use it the same way you did before, selecting multiple shades and change and control it. But it's now also a lot easier to go into a single block by just pressing the button on the right side.
And another whole new function block there is the presence central block.
So the presence central block now allows you to see all of your presence blocks you have configured at a glance. So you see in which rooms there is currently presence active and where not. And it's also very easy to go into a detailed page, and there you see some new things. We now have the possibility to set timers to deactivate the presence for a certain amount of time, or also to activate it for a certain amount of time. And you can also directly enter presence here.
A feature that was in the beta phase already and was remarkable within the last update was the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay feature, but you also found some little screws to even improve that more for the now release version.
Yeah, so for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the most important thing is that we now also added states to our controls. So now you see if your garage door is open or if it's closed. And we also removed the confirmation dialog. So now one single press on the action and you directly get it executed. On app side, we also added another suggestion. We now also show a trigger for gate or garage doors. So you do not need to add two different actions anymore to open and close the door. It's just one single press to either open or close it.
And another thing which is new is a whole new intelligent room controller, but we talk about that a little bit more in detail in a separate video. You can find the link in the description below. But that's not everything for today. We have another update on the Exosphere, and therefore I will pass on to my colleague Marcus.
Exosphere is our platform for multi-site or large and complex installations, like the LOXONE campus. To manage these even better, the latest update brings a whole range of new features. With Ctrl-K or Command-K on Mac, you can jump straight to pages, dashboards, mini-servers and controls. No detours through any menus necessary. Tags and saved filters make it easy to find exactly what you need in large workspaces. Dashboards now support multiple screens, scrollable views and collapsible sections. Dynamic data sources ensure that changes in your workspace are automatically reflected. New analysis features show at a glance where rooms or systems deviate from target values, across locations and time periods. Live values and trends are now available directly in the control view. No need to create any charts first. And the new guided onboarding gets new users up to speed faster. We will explain all the details in a separate video. Find the link in the description below.
So that's it with the new functions in the LOXONE config and App 17. I say thanks for tuning in, and I wish you a lot of fun with the new functions.